Hello, everybody. Welcome back to week 4 of this K-12 Smash League. We are your hosts, Azure Melody and Feral Phantom, joining you again with these teams. We're very excited to be back in here. I know it's been a little bit of a break due to weather, due to some other issues, but we are back and we are excited to get into this. Feral Phantom, can you tell me a little bit about the teams that we have for today?
I would love to talk about the teams we have showing into week 4, as we have a returning team, Michigan Great Lakes Virtual Academy. They played wonderfully last time we saw them during week 2, and the other team we have challenging them today is the K12 Private Esports Alliance. We have some great teams here, I do say.
Yeah, and you can see their logos over on the side. Now, we don't know anything about they're called the Omega Wolves. Excuse me, I had to double check that. But we don't know anything about the Omega Wolves. We don't know what type of characters that they play. But we do know a decent bit about Surge. We got to see them last week, and we know that they play Sonic, they play Hero or Toon Link, they play Pyramithra. So we're going to see them come in again. And after how they played the last time that we saw them, given it was a little bit ago, they played really good, and I believe that they came out on top that night.
If I remember correctly, I believe they did, as that Toon Link did some insane damage to the other team, unfortunately, knocking those Pelicans out for that round.
Yes. Now, both teams are 1-2 for the season, so they are dead even for this week 4 match. This will decide who is going to end up with an even record coming into week number 5. But both teams have different records for the previous fall season. I believe that the Michigan Great Lake team was 4-2. Meanwhile, the Omega Wolves ended 3-3. So we have a bit of a difference in the records there. So if I had to say here, I don't know whether they have gone head-to-head before, but if I had to assume, Michigan Great Lake does have the advantage coming into this.
I definitely would have to agree with you there, as it just seems more experience is bringing in with this larger roster they have compared to what Omega has in stats.
You're right as well in terms of the actual roster, as I can only see 3 players for the Omega Wolves. Meanwhile, Surge has a whole party of, I believe it's 5 or 6 characters that they can bring in.
It is just insane to be able to see them play here once again, and hopefully, personally, I'm hoping that these Surge do pretty well in this round.
Now, I have played a little bit of Smash in my day. So I do know how most of these characters play, and I used to main Pyramithra, as a matter of fact. So I'm excited to see what we're going to see out of Pyramithra. There are a lot of different ways that you can play Pyramithra, and the most common is you sit there, build up damage as Mithra, swap to Pyra, and then you hit with a big hitting Pyra move that kill. But there are multiple ways that people play this character. I've seen a lot of people play solo Pyra, so they're just building up percent with, say, Flame Nova, with the forward tilt, just building up percent with these big moves, and then finishing off the opponents with those big moves. But I've never really seen a solo Mithra before. I'd be very interested to see a solo Mithra come out.
Who knows what entails tonight? I'm, of course, hoping to see more of that Toon Link. I was a big fan of their moves. Like, they really held a lot of center stage on Battlefield, and I just found that to be, like, a really good hold for their team all around.
Yeah, Toon Link is very projectile heavy. I had to figure out a way to word it there, but projectile heavy it's a good way to describe him. But that's not all that he has. He has a lot of scrapping moves. The moves that really come to mind off of Toon Link in terms of scrapping, I mean, obviously you think of the links, you think of Boomerang, the bombs, the bow and arrows and everything. So you also have a lot of moves that just hit really good with the sword. My favorites include the Nair, the back air, and forward air hits like a truck. It can kill at around 80% if you're not paying attention.
And we did see that happen at least once, getting a stock taken out, I believe, on a Roy player. So that was a wonderful game to have casted, I do say. But we will be shortly getting into these few rounds that we'll be playing in tonight. I'm just excited to see at the very least, what map will be played.
And we will see what map will be played and what characters will be played here in just a minute. So stay tuned to watch what happens.
All right, getting into this game, we have Ridley against Link. What an interesting matchup, I feel.
I could certainly agree. This is a very interesting matchup. Also, we apologize for missing the first game. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties, but it would appear that the Ridley managed to get a stock lead, I should say, and is coming into this with just one stock, trying to build up some quick and early percent. This matchup is very weird to me because there's no real clear, not in my head. I would assume that Link wins this because he can zone out Ridley, he can combo Ridley, but also Ridley's really scary.
And it seems currently that the Link is dealing with 76% damage on him, not playing as safe as he should.
I could agree more. Wow, that bounce made it. I've never seen that. That's a really cool tech, actually. Gets back onto the stage. Side B will send him off yet again. That's one of the reasons I feel like Ridley he's kind of a slept-on character to me, is he has edge guard potential. There is the fireball, but more so, there's going off stage and pressing Nair. Nair is so big.
Oh my. Getting a stock already off the Link. Now I was...
That killed?
No,
Okay.
He's still on at 118%, 128, 129, 144. Can he revive?
Oh, doesn't get the angle he quite needed, so doesn't get back to the stage. I'm really surprised that dash attack sent that far. I knew Ridley was light, but I didn't know he was that light. And the Link manages to find the stock with just keeping the Ridley off stage. The bomb continues to just back it out, throw them all down, and finds the stock off of it.
It seems Surge will keep this equal out as they go into the next round shortly. That was some amazing tech plays, I do feel. I mean, with the Ridley, I was not sure how that was going to go, I feel.
I mean, that's kind of the issue with this matchup, if I had to guess, is that Bomb can kind of just ruin Ridley's recovery. I mean, Ridley relies on the double jump, and while he has a very good recovery in the vertical distance, if he gets sent at a bad enough angle, he cannot recover. There's nothing that he can do if he loses his jumps. And that's what the Link player took full advantage of there, is just managing to find him without his jumps, had him rely solely on up B, and just not able to get back to stage quite.
He had a really rough start, I do have to say, like losing that stock already while the Ridley was like very high damage. It was unfortunate, but at least he did get to take the round.
Yes, and I've never seen Link dash attack used that. I haven't seen it used that often. Man, that killed. Like, that almost killed Ridley center stage at 90%. And we get a Link Ditto? Oh, man, a Link Ditto is so interesting. We do know that the Surge team is down a stock at the moment. The Omega Wolves are up, and we're going to see, will they continue to keep this momentum up?
I'm curious how this Link is going to play, mirroring the other Link that, was already up lead point advantage starting off in this match.
Wow, that dodge barely managing to get past the arrow and continuing to use the up smash. I've seen that move a lot this game, but that move hits like a truck. And right back, corner to corner, arrows are flying, but we still see the Master Sword getting in some work, and we find yet another up smash.
Going 98 to 59 at the moment, as Boomerang is consistently getting them in the back end.
We continue to get a little bit of zoning. Seems like Surge managing to take a Saber Guard off of the stage, and we're just trying to wait out the arrow, manages to wait it out, get back on the stage. And this is kind of the big game with Link, is trying to zone out a little bit, using the bomb, using the boomerang, using the arrows to just try and force the opponent to approach you, where you have these big hitting moves like up smash that we continue to see used throughout this match.
Now, it really seems like Link is an annoying character to deal with as he gets a knockout.
I'm sorry, that hit? What? The Link hit that killed. We just stock for stock, and we're continuing to keep the percent up, as it appears that the Omega Wolves are in the lead, being up a stock still.
Will this Link from Surge be able to bring it back and equal it out back to a stock for stock? He's unfortunately already at 24%, which is not looking the best.
I think we might have had a little bit of controller difficulties. We see the shield get really low, but manages to come back in right at the last moment, gets the up smash to send away, as this Red Link is continuing to try and put on some pressure, get into the Fierce Deity Link's bubble, and just continue to oppress them.
It seems Saber Guard is like really noticing the pattern patterns that Fire Engine is playing in this, as he's just holding his ground consistently, hitting that bomb, getting up to 77%.
We continue to see more of the stage play using the bomb to its full advantage. And honestly, if Fire Engine can take the stock here, they're in a pretty good spot just to have one stock down.
It is going
the up
bomb
smash
to bomb.
Not going to let it happen. The up smash will take it, and it appears the Omega Wolves are up 2 stocks at the moment. This could be really big for the Omega Wolves if Surge cannot find a way to contest this.
This was a wonderful match and wonderful testament showing how powerful Link is in this game. I mean, their mirroring was insane for a majority of that until one of them just realized, if I just stand back, I got this.
I think Link is one of the most beginner-friendly characters in this game. And with that, he still has a lot of room for skill expression entirely. And there are some insane techs out there like bomb loops, which are just infinite combos that you can do, and he gets away with them. But there's a lot that goes into, especially with his bomb, his little remote bomb. There's so much that goes into it with you have setups, you have edge guards, you have so much that you can do with it. And they took full advantage of it there to just control a part of the stage and not let up off of it.
Now it seems going into the next match, we have Toon Link making a return. We saw Arios Link in week 2 do some nasty damage. So I'm excited to see what he has in store right now.
I couldn't agree more as we continue to see managing to find the dash attack, and it's trying to get these early hits, especially with Toon Link. I feel like his projectiles are just a little bit better at zoning, I'd say. Bomb is quicker and you're able to get it out more often, but also Arrow is a lot slower.
Now, who would you say is more friendly for beginners here?
It's easily Link. He's one of the first characters that you get access to with the uppy connect. Oh, I'm sorry, that would have been so crazy if it had hit. But Link has just a lot of very beginner-friendly moves, and he's taking full advantage of all of these moves to just continue. I mean, they are beginner-friendly, but he still has crazy potential with them. Again, there's a lot of room for skill expression. As we can see, Saber Guard using a lot of these moves to their full advantage. Again, the bomb coming out, the up B's coming out to try and call out the Toon Link in the air.
It seems he's managing to easily counter a lot of the boomerangs, a lot of the arrows, as Arrow's trying to play a slow simmer, but is not working the best.
That forward smash will take him out. The narrow edge guard will take it unless we can find no, it's not going to come back. Saber Guard has lost the first spot, so it's up to Arrow. Can they take another without losing it? No, they will not find it. Losing one stock, so this will bring the Omega Wolves into the lead coming in.
Getting a nice refresh here as they both started, going into this with just boomerang after boomerang, getting a nice little combo right there, and getting him kept in the air.
Again, like I was saying before, Toon Link can scrap hands, and we see it there with the up tilt. That was another move that I was wanting to mention. The Toon Link up tilt is surprisingly quick, has surprisingly good combo potential, and Arrow knows it and is using it to their full advantage. Managing to come back anyway, Saber is looking for that meaty F smash, but Arrow's going to be the one that finds the F smash anyways.
Throwing in the bomb, trying to catch off guard, keeping that edge. Link just manages to circle around at 82%.
We continue to find Arrow trying to just control the center stage. Are they going to find the edge guard? No, Saber recovers high. Arrow not going to be able to find the edge guard, and Saber will take full control of stage again. But Arrow tries to go for the bomb into forward air and finds it the second time through. If you try once, you fail. Just do it again, and it'll end up working.
Surge now going back into the lead. It is team after team, it is seeming. And I believe that might be them taking the round. I believe it's 3v3 in this.
Oh, I did forget that we hadn't seen the first game. So is that Saber that has taken this first game? Wow. Again, very good start from the Toon Link. I loved how they played with the bombs, with the boomerang, with the arrows. It was very good. So I really did enjoy seeing how that played. And again, Toon Link can throw hands, and you saw it there at the end. The up tilt's coming out, and they just combo into the nair, the back air, and you can just continue the loop for quite a while. You could build up some mad percent.
It was a very slow simmer, and it worked out beautifully in the end. I am hoping in the next round we will get to see more of that Link, as I feel his full potential was not unleashed yet.
I couldn't agree more. But you will have to stay tuned in order to find out the rest of them as we head to the next game. I thought there would be a little bit longer for the next game, so that's my mistake.
Seems we're going into a Toon Link and Joker. It's nice to see that Toon Link is returning for this.
Yes, and it has to give the stock to start out with. Joker is a very common character, just in all of Smash, if I had to say. So seeing him here again makes a lot of sense. He can hit very hard, especially whenever his persona comes out, trying to charge it up a little bit there.
Now, I will say, you know a decent bit about Joker because we have a resident Joker here on Concord.
Yes, and actually, I used to play with them quite a lot. You know, we used to practice all the time. So Joker's moves get a lot more powerful when that happens. Arsene is out, and now all of his moves hit like a powerhouse. Not going to be able to find F smash. You can even see there the counter coming out. Wow, insane to try and get that lead there. Trying to use the AHA just to send up, continue to build up this damage, as it does a lot of damage over time.
That was a perfect timed hit right on the edge, trying to keep his edge guard as much as possible here.
Not finding the dash attack, but again, just counters right out of the gate. The boomerang will come back, hit Arrow in the face, and they're trying to find a bomb into something, but again, these counters, every single time Arrow lands a hit, they're not able to find any follow-up because Peanut just immediately counters it.
Just getting a good consistency combo. I'm noticing this is a very effective move done by a Joker.
I couldn't agree more, as it seems like we're having a little bit of issues with lag. We see it come out really strong there, but we have managed to come out of the lag spike. Arrow trying to find the kill. It looks like Peanut might have SD there due to the lag. So that will be the first stock gone, an unfortunate SD. We hate to see lag ever, just ever. It doesn't matter what game, but it seems like these players are still playing around it.
It seems that things have cleared up now as Toon Link is at 119%. He is having to play his life here. He wants to stay in the lead for Surge. At 127, this poison damage is affecting him so heavily.
Yes, I mean, there's just the AHA, the Agons, they continue to build up so much damage over time. You get one hit with it, and it's easy to 20%, and the F Smash hits like a truck. Even at center stage, we will see the Toon Link go all the way off the stage.
We get to allow Joker having the lead for the Omega Wolves going into this, as they're both very freshly renewed in their stocks here at 11, but he gets a nice combo going up to 35%.
Going for the up throw there, I don't see a lot of up throws used unless they're for combo throws, like it appears as Toon Link is doing, as he continues to find these up airs, trying to find these juggle situations, and has realized how many times Peanut is wanting to counter. So he's just grabbing him. He can't counter the grab, so he's just continuing to use it to build up percent with the up throws and just throw Peanut everywhere across the stage.
It's such an effective management as they've made it over to already 102%. It is not very long before Toon Link could easily knock them off stage.
It could very well be just a bomb into forward air for Toon Link to take the stock, as the Joker trying to find anything to get a little bit of a combo started, only at 30%, so Joker is going to need to put in a little bit of work if he wants to find this kill, but Joker can also hit very hard and do some very good combos, so if the Toon Link does not play careful, or doesn't play careful here, we could see Peanut take the stock.
Ooh, we see Toon Link here safeguarding the edge as best as he can, getting that grab, throwing off to 130. This is dangerous plays right here for the Joker, as Toon Link needs to get this stock off to keep it even in any remote way.
Yes, and Joker hanging on with the grappling hook just for dear life as Arrow tries to bait any sort of engagement out. Peanut will find their way back on the stage. It's just trying to send them off. I'm surprised that back throw didn't kill, in all honesty.
That was a wonderful bomb hit.
Yeah, that was a crazy snipe with the bomb. Not managing to find the follow-up, but does get the roll read for the up B, and it will take it 1-1. Arrow has played phenomenal this game. I mean, taking so many stocks. I believe they're up to 4 stocks taken already.
It is definitely 4 stocks, as they're just down to this one. They have been holding their team by a thread, and it's been working wonderfully for Surge.
And we continue to see Peanut try to force an approach with the AHAs. Arrow is down in percent, but he doesn't care, and he continues to build up his percent with the up Bs, with the bombs, finds the grab, but is going to go for down throw to try and bait a reaction out of it.
It seems this consistent grab is his main way of dealing with this Joker, as it's the only way Joker cannot avoid.
Yes, it seems like the Joker just continued to counter, and so Arrow adapted, started using the grab, and now Peanut is trying to change their approach, trying to find a different way to get in, but Arrow is keeping the pressure up, trying to give Peanut not enough time to think.
Arrow is cool. Arrow is confident. He is, unfortunately getting hit by a slight move. What move is that right there?
That is Aegon. And also, I just want to throw a little note. If that down air up smash hit, it 100% would have killed, and that is absolutely crazy. The DLC power in this game is something to remark at, as Arrow had a very strong lead, but they don't care about the DLC, and they managed to find the down B into forward air to take the stock.
We get to see Surge live another stock as he is going to go into this next match more powerful than ever. He has lived so much on this last stock. It amazes me. It's marvelous.
Man, Arrow took 5 stocks. I mean, they took 2 off of the Link, and then 3 off of the Joker. They took 5 stocks there, and they were a very strong 5 stocks. They were very 5 stocks. No, they were a very strong 5 stocks. They weren't like neck to neck up until right there at the end, where it was very, very close. It took 1 hit from Joker, it took 1 hit from Arrow, but Arrow managed to find the hits and is continuing to stay alive in this run.
My only hope for all that is I hope the lag didn't play too much of a role in that, because we'll never fully know, but I'm just hoping that both teams were able to play to their fullest.
Yeah, Smash Online is, that's the best way I can word it, is that the lag is a very consistent issue, and it's a very annoying issue to have to play against entirely. So the fact that the teams had to deal with it already is a tragedy, but they seem to play fairly well with it regardless. And we did get a brief couple glimpses of the game without any lag, and it seemed to be going pretty good for them.
The bright side is no one disconnected. That was a huge issue that when you were in for the first 2 matches was happening a lot during week 2.
Yeah, that would check out to be the case. I mean, the DCs they do happen, especially with Smash's online netcode. It can be a very big issue, and it's very annoying to deal with entirely.
But hopefully we'll be getting into the next games here shortly. I'm hoping to see what else that Omega Wolves could pull out. They've been keeping it so even between both teams throughout all of this.
Yeah, I mean, I believe this is the first time where Surge has like a very prominent lead, and it's because Arrow had to work very hard for it. The Omega Wolves are not giving it to them easy, and they're continuing to keep up. It's very close right now. I mean, if they could take the stock off of Arrow, Surge will be down to just having 1 player left, I believe.
I do hope to see the day that Toon Link falls from his high throne.
I'm loving how both of these teams are playing. I've seen some fantastic stuff, and especially considering this is a K-12 league. Like, it's crazy to think about how well these teams are playing, these players are playing whenever they're not in college like we are. And they're playing phenomenally despite that. It shows the hard work, it shows the effort that these students have put in.
And speaking about the fact it's K-12, you yourself started through K-12, didn't you?
I did, actually. I started in, oh my gosh, I started in 8th grade. I'm old now. I started in 8th grade when I went to my first Smash tournament, my first Smash local here in West Virginia. I came in very headstrong, very confident of, I've got this, I'll probably get at least top 8. I got washed, absolutely washed, did not stand a chance, but it drew my love for esports and eventually led me to go over here to Concord University, where I am happy to be casting all of these games and be able to talk about how big scenes like this are. I mean, the K-12 scene, you don't think about it too much, but this is how a lot of people get into esports. It's what got me into esports. It's what got a lot of people in. It's starting out here, and it allows them to continue to build this love for esports that we see everywhere. I mean, there's so many different things that happen. You have obviously the highly competitive side of, you have the majors, you have like Supernova, Super Smash Con, all of these for Smash, but then you have a lot of locals too. The more smaller events where you get to see a lot of local talent and a lot of local people, which I think the K-12 leagues really shine in, is they help show off some of that charm of esports in terms of the community. That's what I've always believed.
I've been a big fan of seeing it because I unfortunately did not start through the K-12, but I've been loving seeing the community build and develop as time has went on during my years in college here, and I'm just hoping to see it go into a place where I never thought was possible within the future.
Yeah, I mean, if you had told me, wait, I need to do some math here. I guess it'd be 8 years ago that I would be on. I'd be able to cast for a K through 12 league and be able to, be able to talk to the people who were just like me whenever I was growing up, playing Smash. I mean, let's be so honest. Let's be playing Smash around midnight, staying up for school, and then coming into school being really tired, still doing all my classes, but being miserable. And you told me that I was able to like perform in front of them to be able to cast their games. I would have told you that you were crazy, but I'm able to do it, and it's because of these types of leagues that allow for this opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity that I've sat here and talked about it for so long, but it's really a great opportunity. I cannot praise them enough for what they do for all of these.
And I will say, if you would like to hear us cast more, please stay tuned as we will shortly be back with some more matches here shortly. All right, welcome back, folks. We're very sorry for some internet difficulties, but we are back for this third round of having Sonic versus Bowser.
Sonic versus Bowser sounds like a matchup of all time. As we can see, the Bowser has to give, I believe it might be 1 or 2 stocks here. It's definitely 1. But this is a matchup, and especially with it being on Battlefield, Sonic has a large advantage coming into this. So I'm curious to see how Roberto will play around this and how Stacy will play, because there's a lot of different ways that you can play Sonic, and I feel like each one of them is very difficult for Bowser to deal with.
Bowser going straight for the grab and getting a nice 22% on Sonic right there.
And Bowser's side B is such a hard-hitting move. We see Sonic get the dash attack, trying to keep up and just keep this Bowser up in the air with the up airs, but not managing to find it.
This Bowser seeming to be like a bird with the amount of flying he's doing here, as he's managing to avoid Sonic greatly.
You know, Bowser up B is called Whirling Fortress, and it really looks like Roberto is a Whirling Fortress, and I don't think I've seen him use a move that isn't him spinning yet, as he continues to find the side Bs and the up Bs to just try and keep it up. There's the Bowser Bomb coming out. That move hits hard, too.
Now, being so familiar with Smash, how are you feeling about this matchup of Sonic, who's known to be like an edge guarder, going against Bowser?
Sonic is known to be very, very campy, and Bowser is known to be a character that cannot deal with camping very well. But Bowser is also really heavy, so it's going to take a lot for Sonic to take the stock, as Roberto is playing around that and just trying to get these big hits with the side Bs, with the up Bs, and Sonic is just continuing to try and find these dash attacks, these up smashes, to try and build up percent, as they have to build up a lot of percent on this Bowser in order to knock them off the stage.
It is very important that Sonic does as much as they can, because the Bowser's on 1 stock at the moment at 85%. They are having to hold all they can for Surge to continue on for another round, I believe.
Yes, as we continue to see the Bowser going for these side Bs, and he manages to find another one, Stacy trying to punish the initial one with a forward smash, but not going to find it. And this is a good stage for Bowser, because side B kills mad early. So we can see Sonic already going near the blast zone with it.
We have Sonic getting a nice little... What maneuver is that?
I believe that was up throw. I apologize. I was sitting there looking at the Bowser, so I didn't see what the Sonic was doing at the time. But it does seem like Sonic is trying to look for a kill move now, as we see the back air coming out, trying to use the forward air to send off stage. But Bowser, he knows what he wants, and he's looking for that Bowser Bomb. Managing to find the F smash. Is Sonic going to try and follow up off stage? Roberto has already used Whirling Fortress, can't do anything else, not managing to find the F smash, but doesn't get hit with the get up attack.
That was a really good recovery from the Bowser, but not getting much out of it, I feel.
And we continue to see the Whirling Fortress being used to try and get onto the top platform, but the Sonic finds their way back down, continuing to try and just keep up this pressure. Wow, there's the Bowser Bomb that Roberto has been looking for, and it hits just as hard, but not quite hard enough to send the stock. However, if this side B hits onto the top plat, I believe that's the first stock gone. Can't quite see. No! Good DI from Stacy there to manage to keep in it, but will they find another side B? Roberto not managing to get it.
Stacy is in it to win it here, as at 111% against this Bowser. It's at 142. What percentage does it take for Bowser to be fully KO'd off?
It's so hard to tell, as any move here could probably kill Bowser, but it's going to have to be a strong hitting move. The dash attack is definitely not going to take it, so Roberto goes up into the skies with the Whirling Fortress and manages to land on the top platform. Sonic just trying to contest anything at all, as he has to approach Roberto in order to take the stock.
Roberto trying to go for another ground slam, as it seems they might be trying to go for a grab. Sonic avoiding it easily right here.
Sonic is so fast, it's hard to tell with the way that online works, but Sonic is so quick, and he can just continue to sit there and avoid. Wow, homing attack. Homing attack just going around the Bowser down here. That was really crazy. But Sonic is so fast. That's the big advantage for Sonic, is obviously as the fastest thing alive, he's very fast.
When he says you're too slow, he truly means it, especially against Bowser, who's such a heavy character.
Exactly. Even the fastest of the heavies cannot stand against the sheer speed of Sonic. as even with all of that speed, take a lot of kill power for it, as just trying to find anything. Bowser up to 193%. Good grief.
This is getting outrageous as this Bowser gets the Sonic gets a smash on him, and that is game for the Omega Wolves.
Yes, as they manage to find it there. The Sonic takes it and is going to keep on with 3 stocks. Roberto not managing to find a stock, but managing to make the Sonic work for it. That's for sure. Getting up to 200%. I know Bowser lives for forever, but come on, man. 200% is ridiculous.
While it was a little hard to watch some of that due to the internet connection difficulties, I still feel it was a wonderful match played by both sides. And
100%.
I believe that means that there's at least one more round for them.
Yeah, I think there is another game coming. We will see here in just a minute, so stay tuned. Hello, and we are back. I apologize for interrupting you there. My bad.
I was going to say, going into the next round, we have a Yoshi against the Stacy.
Yoshi coming out here is, I mean, again, these are very interesting characters to see. I don't think about this matchup a lot. This is probably a matchup that's been seen a lot.
I will say we have seen this Yoshi player from week 2. They actually got a really good consistent amount of hits on a Kirby player that was from Pelicans.
Yes, as we can see, the Yoshi trying to find a little bit of momentum with the egg roll, but Sonic side B is just a little bit better as they're continuing to knock Yoshi out of egg roll and keep up this percent, already up to 62%, and it's been relatively quickly. It's hard to tell with the lag, but it's been fairly quick so far.
We can see that Yoshi's managing to dodge a few hits, but not all of them, getting up to 69%, while Sonic still just on 1. My bad, going up to 20 now. It's like I jinx it.
Commentators curse as it's known, but Wild Gamer's still trying to look for any of these hits. Almost being able to get a fully charged F smash there. And the Yoshi has been just trying to look for anything to start a combo, but the Sonic is not giving it to them as they continue to just throw away the Yoshi and make them work for the combo starter.
Yoshi dodging that move very effectively. Have to play careful as they are on 100% now. They do not want to lose a stock here.
See the down B come out, breaking away the Sonic as he's trying to F smash, finds the dash attack to keep up the momentum, but that clanked? Are you telling me Sonic homing attack and Yoshi star clank? That's an interesting. I've never thought of that. That's a very interesting interaction.
Spinning him right back out, getting up to a 50%. Now I will say, I believe this match does decide if Omega Wolves will continue playing or Surge wins the game.
So this is a very important match to be decided here as we see the Yoshi is managing to keep onto the stock, build some percent up onto the Sonic, but Stacy is just continuing to throw them away with the dash attacks.
Going back into holding center stage as Sonic just dives off the side there. Getting the recover, thank goodness here.
We would hate to see an SD, but as of course Sonic is hard to SD with. He's got a great recovery. We managed to see him get back onto stage and try and find a big hit to knock this Yoshi into the blast zone.
Yoshi is at 154% right here. It takes one hit and they're long gone.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It takes one strong hit from Sonic here. I believe we can see an F smash take it, an up smash, a back air. Any number of moves can take Yoshi down right here, but it's going to be hard to land them as Stacy's been managing to get by with these dash attacks, but dash attack doesn't kill for quite a while.
Getting up to 163 as they pull out another dash move, going up to 172. Yoshi is taking the long ride and just holding air as much as they can. They get knocked out and lose a stock.
Managing to take the first stock, Stacy goes into the corner. It is up to Wild Gamer to approach the Sonic right now to try and even it up, and Stacy knows it. So they're sitting in the corner waiting for the approach, managing to knock them away with the up smash as we find them trying to cover the landing as well.
This is a very strong Sonic player as they are holding their own very well on 87%. This Yoshi going up to about 17 as they're not doing the best when throwing in moves.
As we can see the Yoshi continuing to try and rack up this percent and get a strong hit, but the egg roll is not going to be able to take it. Finds the down B. Are they going to find the follow-up for it, trying to bait out any move from the Sonic here? The homing attack comes out, and they get back onto stage. Yoshi not managing to find the 2-frame or anything of the sort.
Very unfortunate for Wild Gamer 9 as they are targeted once more by the Sonic.
We see the Sonic go back into the corner. It's up to Yoshi to approach, and Stacy knows it and is taking full advantage of it. Just continuously forcing this Yoshi to say, come to me, I'm not going to approach you, you're in a bad spot here.
This Yoshi has just been staying center stage. They have not really advanced more than that, just trying to avoid this Sonic's dash moves consistently.
You managed to find, again, the dash attack coming out here. Stacy's been building up a lot of percent with these dash attacks, and Yoshi landing with the down B. It seems like Stacy was almost betting on it as they knock them back again with the dash attack.
Sonic is at 102% here, getting Yoshi very close to 96%. It won't take much for them to be able to get off another stock again.
I mean, again, trying to build it. Wow, that was a crazy read if that's what that was. Forward smash managing to knock the Yoshi away, and Stacy still just standing in the corner. Wild Gamer has to approach, and Stacy understands it fully.
Stacy, honestly here, just score farming on the Yoshi.
Literally standing there as Yoshi tries to fall down and get a hit. Stacy just doesn't care, managing to find the homing attack to send off stage yet again.
Yoshi getting a nice recover there as they barely make it onto stage before, using, what move is that?
That's, I wish I could tell you actually. That's one of the Sonic spin dashes. They're so hard to tell apart. I think that was the down B, but I really don't know. They're really, really hard to tell apart.
Going in, Yoshi managing to swallow and get some good damage, I'd say, on the Sonic after a decent bit.
Yeah, we're managing to see the Yoshi build up a lot of percent, but they need a kill now. Stacy will just continue to run away and force an approach out of Wild Gamer if Wild Gamer cannot find the kill here.
Throwing off the stage, but it seems Yoshi might be able to make the recovery.
Manages to get back onto stage. Stacy trying to knock them off yet again with a forward smash, but Yoshi just has to find a kill here, and Stacy is not letting them find it. Continuing to run away, continuing to force this approach, and Wild Gamer just continues to get sent off the stage, having to recover back.
That was a good grab, and then moving into the targeted ball, as said before.
We find yet again sending off stage, trying to find anything as we see the side B will send off, trying to get, I believe they were trying to go up to try and knock them away, but they're not managing to find it, and we continue to see the Sonic just run away.
We have Sonic here trying to do whatever they can, but this egg shield that Yoshi has is just insane.
Manages to find the stock on the Yoshi, and we're going to continue to see the Sonic run away with this game.
Yoshi, unfortunately, now has only one stock. They've gotten Sonic up to a decent amount, but they are still only at 3 stocks. Like, they've been holding their own very well for Mega Wolves.
100% as we continue to see Stacy running away with this game, quite literally. And it seems like the Sonic is just continuing to play this approach me game, and it's working so well for them. Wild Gamer has to find something here. Does find the neutral B. Are they going to get a kill off of it? No, Stacy managing to mash out, get back into the corner, and find the dash attack.
Nice kick there, but it seems Yoshi managing to get the up smash and knocking off a stock.
Finds the down B in order to take the stock. So now Wild Gamer has to take 2 more, and Stacy understands it. Stacy understands the lead that they are in, and they are playing to the full advantage of it.
We see that Sonic is not going to let that go unharmed as they are trying to get off this final stock to put them in the lead.
You see the Yoshi trying to find the forward air, trying to find the down air, but again, Stacy finds the dash attack, finds the neutral B, builds up this percent. What will happen here? Will the Yoshi manage to find a way to take out Stacy's camping, or will Stacy continue to whittle their way down onto a victory?
Yoshi is at 70%, while Sonic has not taken a single hit since they've reached their second stock. It is like they've unlocked something within themselves.
We could see just a full kill here, as Stacy is managing to play perfectly. Again, this is what I was talking about a little bit ago in the Bowser match, is that Sonic has the ability to just run away and continue to find momentum because they're so fast. It's hard to catch up with Sonic, it's hard to keep up with Sonic, and so it's hard to match Sonic's speed, and especially hard to come back against Sonic.
Now that I see, that was a good grab that got them up to 100%, and now they're at 108. It is not going to take much to get this Yoshi out as long as they hit their moves right.
We continue to find the Sonic, finds the side B. Are they going to find the kill off of it, trying to go for it? Does not find it, just goes back onto stage. Yoshi up to 133. Wild Gamer is going to have to find something big here in order to take the stock.
It very much seems like the Sonic is playing as safe as they can. They want to keep as much of their lives as possible in case of more fighting.
And again, the Stacy is just playing so strongly with that benefit, finds the side B, falls off the stage on accident, but again, Sonic recovery is a crazy thing and manages to get back regardless.
This Yoshi is unfortunately at 144%. Wild Gamer has been putting in really good damage previously, but they cannot get a single hit on Sonic at all.
Again, just Sonic continuing to run away with the game, continuing to throw out these dash attacks, and Wild Gamer takes one strong hit, and there it is. The forward smash will take it as Stacy finds the stock. Wild Gamer came in with 3 stocks, managing to take one off of Stacy, but that was all as Stacy continued to just play this bait and punch. Come, you have to approach me. I am ahead camping game, which is what Sonic is so strong at. Sonic is really strong at that bait and punish game that we saw Stacy playing. So Stacy played it perfectly to their advantage.
Now, I do believe that equals it out to 1-1, so I believe we might be in for another 3 more to see who could win out this best of 3.
How exciting. I love it to be an even game, so stay tuned in order to see how it will end out.
Welcome back, folks, to the tie-breaking game. We have Sonic going against Pyra/Mythra.
A character I know, this is a matchup I know a lot about, and you know what, how I was talking earlier that a lot of characters struggle to keep up with Sonic. Pyra/Mythra is one of the characters that can. Mythra's dash speed is insane. I mean, being the photon sword that she is, the light element just allows her to keep up with Sonic.
Now, I do recall from week 2 of casting this that the Pyra/Mythra had a really good game plan.
Now, it would appear as if we have had a wrong stage choice here, if I had to assume. So we are going to see a reset come out here.
It's very unfortunate, but of course these things happen.
Yes. And we're just going to have to go ahead and reset here. This is an interesting stage choice, might I add. This is Final Destination Battlefield version.
Final Destination.
This is cursed. There's something cursed on my screen right now. It is FD Battlefield form. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this outside of, like, I don't know, 100-man melee? Yeah, I guess. I mean, hey, it's a really cool choice. I mean, the cinematics for Final Destination are awesome. So if you want to play on Battlefield, why not go ahead and take a look at us?
I'm a big fan of the visuals. I'm a big fan of them.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I'm guessing that was a wrong stage choice. We'll see here in a second. It was actually wrong character choice.
Yeah. So,
That's my bad.
if we want to, during the meantime, explain a bit about Pyramithra. You're a player. Your experience with Pyramithra. I've seen your plays firsthand with Pyramithra.
There's a lot that I could explain here. It's very vague. Do you want me to go into Xenoblade lore? Because the stream will last another 2 hours. No, but Pyramithra is she I don't even know where she is on a tier list anymore. Used to be in the top 10. I think she's still in the top 10. Because Mithra, very fast sword character, again, can keep up with Sonic, has some crazy combos. Pyra hits like a truck and can combo into some crazy kills. You build a character like that, and they're pretty much bound to be at least pretty good. And the typical game plan is about, you sit there and run in with Mithra, you get a combo or two, then you swap to Pyra, and you continue to build up percent. So it's all just about, trying to get percent up with Mithra, get the kill with Pyra. But there's a lot of different ways that people play Pyra and Mithra. I mean, you can see solo Pyra come out, you can see solo Mithra, which is not very common, but you can see more of a mixture of playing Pyro with Mithra every now and again. This character is very unique and a very interesting character to play in general.
My vote here is for the Solo Mithra. Solo Mithra, let's see it.
Solo Mithra? I would love to see a Solo Mithra. I don't think I've ever seen a Solo Mithra.
Well, going in here, Sonic getting about 3% already off the start, but Pyramithra is not letting that go undone, getting a 21% already.
Photon Edge is such a... Oh, that's not Photon Edge. Which one is that? Hold on. You keep talking for a second. I've got to figure this out. It's going to bother me.
Well, going into this, we see the Mithra getting a really good amount of consistent damage, going up to 48%. This Sonic is, I believe, unprepared for this matchup.
This is a very hard matchup for Sonic to deal with, and especially if... Ooh, I did not know how to say that name, actually. Never mind, I'm not going to... Especially if Pyra and Mithra continue to use the Photon Edge to just keep Sonic in the air, catch the landing. That move, Photon Edge, is very interesting, because I had somebody explain it to me once. It is you shield or you lose to the move. There is no option. It is you shield the move or you will lose to the move. If you shield the move, you get a big reward off of it. If you don't, you do lose to the move and you take 20%.
We love Nintendo. Going into this, we have 77% on Sonic, and we have 29% on Pyra at the moment.
We can see Pyra is looking for a kill right here, looking for the side B, looking for the down air, manages to find the side B to take Sonic out of side B, and is trying to go for the Prominence Revolt, not going to fully get it, and going to get hit by the Sonic F-Smash.
Her sword feels so overpowered with that fire damage that repeats afterwards.
Yes, Prominence Revolt is really annoying in that case, because you have the initial swing up, which leads into, I think it's 3 hitboxes there. And if you're trying to get hit with the main one, you're trying to hit the main one, because then it knocks you away. But if you get hit on the outer one, you just take a little bit of percent, and you're not even that far away.
But we can see that Sonic has not let the damage go unnoticed as they've gotten up to 73%. They are, I believe, starting to get back into their rhythm, but they are still struggling somewhat.
We continue to see the Pyra just... I would agree the Sonic has managed to find a little bit of momentum, but the air dodge is not quite going to be able to let them back on stage. So they will lose their first stock, and we will see the Pyramithra go back to Mithra.
We get to see Sonic here going onto 1 stock. Omega Wolves has been struggling so far in this tiebreaker round.
And it's a very hard matchup in general. I mean, for both characters, honestly, Sonic is able to run away if they get a lead, and Pyramithra is able to keep up with Sonic. So it's just a very difficult matchup for both of them.
It seems Pyramithra said, "I am not too slow."
I am not too slow. Mithra is definitely not too slow to keep up with Sonic. As it seems Sonic is at 33% trying to go for the Pyra to get an early stock here. 1 or 2 hits, and Sonic is at kill percent.
Pyra is definitely holding their own here, as they have thrown out the most consistent damage towards Omega Wolves so far that we've seen.
So we continue to see them go for the Prominence Revolt, not managing to find it, and Sonic just goes to the other side of the stage trying to force an approach, but the Pyra Mithra realizes they're in a lead, they don't have to approach, goes back, just blazing end, and go right back to the corner.
I mean, when in doubt, there's no real reason to try and approach something that won't benefit you. Just stay off as far as you can and hold what you can.
Exactly. Sonic uses the homing attack, gets sent off stage, but again, Sonic recovery is an amazing thing and gets back.
Wonderful recovery right there as Sonic gets back on, bubbling instantly. He is prepared for Pyra's blade.
Yes, as you know, the Pyra has just continued to use the side B to try and force an approach, realizing that the Sonic Stacy doesn't want to approach too much. So the Pyra using the blazing end to just try and keep up pressure from a distance.
I am a big fan of what Geo has been throwing down in this whole thing. His Pyra play has been wonderful against this Sonic, and while I've been upset not to see the myth remain that you have mentioned before, it is still nice to see some wonderful plays.
Well, I mean, why even be using Mithra here? Why not just use Pyro? You're at a lead, you're continuing to use the blazing end to find the damage, and we're just continuing to keep up with it.
It seems that they are a little bit tired at 103 and 85. This Sonic is struggling to keep up, and it seems not making the save.
SD there. This is so unfortunate. Trying to use the side B to recover. I think it might have even been up B and lag just ate the input, but manages to get the stock with another SD. Pyra coming into this very strong. I believe she didn't lose a stock, did she?
No, Surge is keeping the lead with 3 stocks.
Pyra Mithra is a very strong character and one that can keep up with the likes of Sonic. So as we can see there, the Pyra put in quite a lot of work. I mean, again, Stacy was just trying to stay in the corner, force an approach, but Pyra, being able to throw the blazing end, just puts a projectile out that she can still act out of. So she throws it out, sits there, goes back, bubbles into the corner, shields it up, and then is safe if the Sonic tries to counterattack.
I was a big fan of plays from both teams here, Surge and Omega Wolves. I felt they were both, extending a lot into their strengths while, Sonic having to deal with the weaknesses of going against a Pyra Mithra. I still felt play very well.
Yeah, but you will have to wait and see how this last match will turn out, so stay tuned. I'm sorry, it was actually right here. My bad. The Pyra Mithra versus Sora, another interesting matchup for both characters. Who wins this? That's a good question. If I had to assume Mithra, or Pyra Mithra is really good, but yeah, that sounds right. But Sora has a lot of shenanigans in general, especially that counter there. That counter hits just so hard.
Now, going with Sora, you have been a big Sora player in your times. So
yeah, I did. I played both of these characters now that you mentioned it, with both of these skins. Good grief.
It's a little jarring what you say to see your mates fighting against each other.
Yeah, but again, I think Pyra Mithra has the lead here in terms of matchup. But really, Sora can play very well around Pyra Mithra. Sora is very good at edge guarding because of the fair, and they are able to counter as well, which Pyra Mithra really struggle against. Because if Sora just counters the recovery, there's not a lot that they can do.
It seems that Sora is playing distance. Distance is their best game here, even at 58%. Everything is turning out to be very well matched out with both having 3 stocks still.
Yeah, and we're just trying to find a big meaty hit from both sides. Sora can stand off stage, they might be able to edge guard, but if Pyra can get a down air here, I think Sora's dead. Wow, what a balanced character. Trying to go for the down airs. They know their win condition, which you have to respect. Oh no, are they dead there? No, they're still alive. This Thunder not quite managing to kill. The uppie, we'll call them out with the uppie. Sora is in a lead at the moment.
Sora staying on, going up to 82% now. Now, out of his elemental moves, which one do you think benefits him most?
It really depends on your playstyle. I'd say Fire is the coolest because there's a lot of combo potential. There's a lot of everything potential. But Thunder is also really good too. As we saw the Sora not quite managing to make it back onto stage, but trying to go back into the corner, set up a little bit for the Pyra Mithra to force an approach.
Now, it really seems like his electric moves are really benefiting him towards the Pyra/Mythra.
100% as this Pyra wants to jump in. She wants to land an aerial in order to start a combo, and Sora understands that. So playing around how the character wants to play is very, very smart.
Sora bubbling up and getting some nice hits from his humongous key.
Yeah, the Keyblade is a very interesting weapon. Understanding Kingdom Hearts. And again, the side, the photon edges just keep coming out and they deal a lot of damage. I don't see that many of them, but it's a fun move to use. I always loved doing drop down, jump, side B from ledge. Photon edge. It's just a very good thing to catch people off guard.
Now the Sora is being kept right on the edge as this Pyra is throwing a lot at him and it's seeming almost like he cannot manage it.
Okay, they tried to get it. I was sitting there, I kept looking at the Pirates like, we're looking for the down air, and I respect it. They finally landed, but didn't get the up tilt in time, so they have to back out a little bit, try and wait for another opening. Finds another down air, doesn't get the up tilt again, the Sora DIing away.
Now, it seems Geo is holding their own here.
Hey,
getting a stock off. It is now 2-1. We have the Mythra now at 68%, while Sora is fresh restocked. He is going to throw everything he has into this.
That was such an interesting interaction. I'm sorry, it just caught me a little off guard how that interaction worked, but the Mythra trying to build up a little bit of percent. Sora has to play very careful here, and he is going to. He's going to zone out a little with the Thunder, try and wait for the Mythra to get back onto the stage, and if they can land a big, meaty hit here, Mythra can die.
We see Mythra at 125%, 130. She is on one hit, I feel.
It takes one hit here for Sora to take the stop, and he's trying to look for it. But also, Pyra understands her win con too. If she gets this down air, it's curtains.
Ooh, that is unfortunate, but it is now 1-1. This hopefully allows Surge to either keep their lead or lose it entirely.
It's a very close game at the moment. The Pyra, we know what the Pyra is looking for. Sora understands it too, and is just trying to build up some percent. Wow, that was that good read on the Sora's part. Understanding the Pyra's win con and countering it right there. So just trying to force this Pyra to approach, and Pyra needs to land this big hit here, or try and get some damage up.
We can see now that Sora is being a lot more attack heavy here, as he's really charging in, trying to catch Pyra off guard.
Exactly, and this Pyra is continuing to just try and find this hit, managing to find the forward tilt, the side B to keep off stage, not finding the down air as Peanut knocks him away with the up B. Again, the forward tilt just boxing a lot here. It's very neck and neck at the moment, and the Sora just trying to whittle their way back onto stage. Pyra trying to force an approach here. It's a very close game at the moment. The next one will decide. I think the next hit here will decide who can get to move on. The down tilt not managing to take it. Misses the counter. The up tilt, I don't think it'll kill quite yet, but Pyra trying to go up there. Sora has to move back a little bit. Uses the side B to get back on the stage. The last hit's not going to hit. Dash attack misses, using the Thunder to try and zone out a little bit. The freeze coming out here. The up air not quite going to kill because of it being in freeze, using the fireball to stall. It is neck and neck at the moment as the Sora continues to try and throw out spells, force an approach from the Pyra to take a stand back, just try and even it out a little bit. Even the playfield, the dash attack takes it. The dash attack will take it. The Pyra finding the dash attack at the right moment, and they managed to take the game off.
Surge managing to go still keep the lead for this. This is wonderful news for them, as I believe they have to take off one more person, and that's it. They will win.
Are we sure? Because I'm pretty I think that might have been the last person. I truly don't know. We'll see here in a moment, and I'm sure somebody will correct me. But, wow, great last game. They understood the win con of one another. They adapted, and they continued to just try and play it out slowly, try to feel what was going on. But the Pyra just managing to get that dash attack right at the last second, and the Sora goes down. Sora's also very light, which is really hard to deal with, especially with a power kill, hold on, never mind, I spaced out on it. Never mind, I give up.
But going into this, Sora his moves were so efficient towards the Pyramithra. His constant combo from the lightning moves and the ice, it felt like it was a really good hit towards the Pyramithra.
Just understanding what the Pyro was looking for, and understanding that she needs that big hit in order to take the stock, and just going ahead using every single spell in the spell book, every Keyblade spell that you can possibly use, throw out the Fire-Raga, the Blizzaga, anything in order to keep this Pyro away.
I am just amazed by it, and I'm hoping